All right, folks, more information on just how crazy public education has become. Now, Stacy Langton, a mother of 6 in Virginia, Virginia's Fairfax County, has become a viral sensation after a video of her confronting her local school board last Wednesday hit the internet. At the school board meeting, Langton read sexually explicit passages from 2 books that could be found in school libraries. They're in Fairfax County. She had learned about them after reading about a Texas school board meeting earlier in the month at which pornography in schools was discussed. Now, I can't play the clip of what she actually read because it is pornographic, but here's the kicker. As she was reading it, the chairwoman of the school board shut her down, saying, quote, "There are children in the audience here." Wait a minute. This is in school board meeting. Here's the clip.
At Fairfax High School.
Sorry.
This
Yes. May I please make a
material.
point of, there are children in the audience here.
Do not
Thank you, Ms.
interrupt
Calder
my
Sanders.
time. Do not interrupt my time.
I would like to remind everybody.
I will stand here until my
we have a
time is
speaker.
restored and my time is finished. These books are in stock and available in the libraries of Robinson,
For high school
Langley,
students, ma'am.
and Annandale High School. Pornography is offensive to
Madam
all
Clerk.
people. It is offensive to common decency. It is the reason why the MPAA...
Our next speaker is Alex Levine.
And then they took a 5-minute recess to clear out the meeting. Talk about arrogance of power and not wanting to listen from the people. Joining me now to talk more about what is going on with this pushback all across the country is Meg Kilgannon, Senior Fellow for Education Studies here at the Family Research Council. Meg, welcome back to the program.
Thank you, Tony. It's great to be here.
So, Meg, I know that occasionally we'll see these go viral, videos like this, but this is happening across the country, is it not?
It is. It is. The fact that this mom in Fairfax saw a video of a mom in Texas complaining about these books, and that's how she got the idea of checking our library here in Fairfax to see if they're available. And of course, they are available. That shows you that the power of social media and the power of parents in alternative media getting a grip on what's happening and getting actual information is having a really powerful effect on the community. Now, whether it can have a powerful effect on the sitting school board members in Fairfax County is another question, but at least the parents are starting to wake up.
I mean, this school board has been the focus of a lot of parental attention, and they only seem to be becoming, well, to borrow a line from Exodus, hardened in their hearts. They're not about to let the children go from the grip of their leftist agenda.
No, the process for having books approved for the library, of course, does involve community input. But when you have a school board that's made up of 12 incredibly progressive and in some cases communist school board members, the people that they're going to select from the community are people who reflect their views. And so you're going to have people on those book approval boards who are representing the community, but who have only one way of thinking. And this is the theme that I keep harping on like a broken record. In the same way that Silicon Valley is captured by one dominant line of thinking, progressive, so is the nation's educational infrastructure. And we can see that a book like the book that mom read on Thursday, we can see that is wildly inappropriate for children. It's not even appropriate for adults, to be frank. And the fact that that's lost on some of the school board members in the room, or that they would defend that this is a book that's made available for high school students and that makes it okay, is truly shocking. Well, I mean, this is a graphic novel in every sense of the word. It's a picture book. It's a comic book.
Yeah,
and it has pictures. It's really disturbing.
I have not read it, but I did listen to the uncensored account of her at the board meeting, and I'm just going to be very candid. There's no redeeming value to that book.
No,
there's no reason for that to be not just in a school library, but quite frankly, I don't think it should be on the shelf of any library. It's trash. It's garbage.
No, you should have to go onto the wrong side of town into a seedy bookstore that is lit up at neon at night to buy a book like that. It should not be available in common.
So, Meg, you brought up the point that some of these things have gone viral, and parents are going to check out what's in these libraries, and so these, the curtain's been pulled back, and I'm sure parents are going around looking. Are you concerned that some of these schools may start hiding these books or making it difficult for parents to find out what's actually on the shelves?
I think they might, and that will only last as long as the ability of parents to talk to their kids and get their kids to check out books from the library. I mean, if you have a good relationship with your student who's in the school, you could send them to the library for a book and they'll come out with it. So it's not, that's just a stopgap. We had a situation in Fairfax several years ago where people were really upset about the book I Am Jazz being in the elementary school libraries. And so we reached an accommodation in some of the schools where that book was kept in the guidance counselor's office. And in the event that a parent in particular wanted their child to see that book, then it could be accessed through the guidance office. Now, I don't think these books that this woman was talking about Thursday need to be accessed by anybody, but there are ways of making material available that is a little more controlled. I think if you have to have a book kept under lock and key that children are accessing, that probably should be a warning that really no kids should see it.
Exactly. So I'm going to ask you this question. Is there a list of books like this that parents should be on the lookout for, maybe sending their kids into the library to find out if, in fact, they're there, and then, just as this mother did, approach the school board?
Well, we went over this in my publication, Concerned Parents Guide to Engaging Public Schools. I talk a lot about diversity, equity, and inclusion offerings at the library. And there is a book by a list of books from the American Library Association that's updated every year. I mean, you can just walk through the Barnes & Noble and see all kinds of really questionable material that's available for children. But there are multiple lists out there, and we do have a link to one of the lists at www.frc.org on our education page. If you download that document, Concerned Parents Guide to Education, you can find that information in there.
So, Meg, final question. We're almost out of time. Are parents and their involvement making a difference?
Yes, I think they are. I mean, here we are talking about this today. People all over the country. I mean, I was active in the county a few years ago, and I'm still active here. But this is a mom who was new to the process. For all of our valiant efforts, she had not yet been reached. But for some reason, this video from Texas reached her, and she saw that, and now she's engaged. I mean, that's the good news.
Well, you know what we need, Meg, in our education studies is we need 1 million mama bears out there all across the country that will protect their children against this onslaught of perversion that's taking place. Meg Kilgannon, we're out of time. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you, Tony. It's great to see you.